morning. I am awake, fresh out of bed, sitting outside because it's a beautiful, crisp, coolish morning so far. We're expecting a drop in our temperatures, so for those of you in Celsius world, we've been at like between 40 and 42 degrees here the last few weeks, and it's been brutal. So we are now looking for like a little bit of a decline in that, hopefully. I'm here because I was just sitting here and kind of musing in my head. I do that a lot. I had my notebook. I was going to write about this stuff, but I decided I haven't done a video in a while, so let's talk about it. And what I was going to write about and talk about was loneliness and how we often feel it. And, you know, even the most spiritual people I know, I am one, you are one, we are one. Well, I'm sorry, they still feel loneliness too. We all feel lonely. We all feel this need for someone to come along and understand us and look at us and just think we're the most amazing person in the world, right? I mean, that's kind of human nature. They say, yes, you need to love yourself. You need to be whole within you and know who you are and what you want. And, you know, there's truth behind that. Absolutely. You cannot love somebody else until you can love yourself. You cannot love anybody half as well as you're going to love yourself. Like, you come first. That is true. However, you know, it would be nice to have someone else love me as well once in a while. And sorry, it's my morning time, and there's like 5 of you that I talk to pretty regularly every morning, so the messages are coming through. That's one of the ways that I kind of handle it when I start feeling alone and just kind of going in my own head, because that's where a lot of my loneliness takes place. Is I just sit, and it's not lack of things to do. I mean, my house is constantly a mess. There's always things I can be doing. There are children around me all the time. There's people around me all the time. I'm a very interactive being. I'm a very social being, at least on my phone screen. I don't leave house too much when I'm home. I'm usually planted here, but you know, Facebook, Instagram, all these social medias have given me this wonderful realm of access to so many souls. And so that's kind of part and parcel of how I combat my loneliness, is I talk to people. I mean, I may be messaging a couple of you later about loneliness. Who knows? That's part of it. But again, everybody wants to be with somebody. Like, that's just, you know, a normal drive. And it can become overwhelming, that feeling, that frustration of, when do I get to meet this one? Where is he, she, it, whatever? You know, like, when are they coming? How much longer do I have to wait? I know right now I can find myself thinking and feeling these things. Like, I'm an awesome human being. Why am I alone? When is somebody going to come and see all the glory that this is and want to snatch it up and make it his, you know? But maybe I still have things to do. I still have growing to do. I know I still have healing to do from my last relationship that I was in, and that didn't end that long ago. It's only been a few months, and I've kind of been trying to just refocus and regroup and stand firm behind my decision to end that relationship and to start rebuilding myself again, because that's kind of inevitably what it came down to. Was after a few years of trying and trying, I just realized we were never going to gel, and he was losing parts of himself to me. I was losing parts of myself into him, and since he's been gone, that is one of the really good things that has come about for me. Is I got my spirituality back. Like, I am back where I was before we met, and I'm back in that state that I was before we met, and I'm pursuing my sole purpose is, again, I'm finding ways to drive myself and to go out and just seek whatever I think it's going to make me happy, whether it's, a cup of coffee, or sitting downtown and looking at people, or messaging my friends, or sharing my stories, or cursing the universe because I can't seem to find a damn man. One way or another, like, all these things happen. And you do all these things. These are all good, productive things. And then there's always faith. I do a lot of good. I put a lot of good out there. So there's got to be one, right? Right. Like, I'm not going to abandon that idea. I may be 70 when I find him, but he's out there somewhere. And I just keep telling myself he's out there working his way towards me, doing whatever he needs to do, and when the time is right, we'll come together, and, we'll have a family, we'll maybe have more of a family, add family, who knows? Like, I guess what I want to say is try not to get so caught up on the now feelings, I need this right now, I'm so lonely right now, I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm gonna chase things that aren't maybe necessarily right for me right now. Like, it's hard, it's frustrating, it's being lonely sucks. Like, if any of you go through this ever, by all means, call me, message me, write to me, I'll talk to you at least. I understand what it's like. I understand, especially because in my day-to-day, I am alone a lot of the times. Yes, I have children, but when it comes to adult contact, one-on-one in front of me, I really don't get that unless I leave my house, or it's a weekend where I'm at work, and then I'm around adults the whole weekend, but day-to-day, normal routine, normal life, it's just me in this house with these kids. And sometimes I don't talk to an adult until their father comes to see them, or someone calls me on the phone. So I understand lonely. I understand feeling stifled. I understand feeling just stuck in this rut and wanting to maybe explore. Got to be careful, because sometimes that's when you'll see other people and feel jealous that they get to have this good relationship, that they get to, but you got to remember, they worked their way to that too, and that, as good as things are, some things are never permanent, and they may be going through one of their beautiful lessons right now, and in a year they may be the single ones, and you may have a partner, and then the roles reverse, and you're there for them, so you can't get so caught up in the now. You need to remember and keep faith that everything is working around you in this now, and that things happen all the time. Little baby steps, little stair steps. They come to you when it's time. They work around you for a better purpose, and the universe knows. It knows what you want. It knows what I want. I tell it every goddamn day. Like, okay, let me get more specific. I want it like this, this, and this, and I will not settle for less. So, I'm giving it a very clear indicator of what I want to start seeing manifest towards me. But I also need to remember, too, that I am not healed yet fully from the last one. And I need more time, even though parts of me may be like, no, I want it now. I want to be held. I want to be loved on. I want a man to look at me and love me. I want to fall asleep in someone's arms. I want that physical closeness. I want a partner to do things with. I want someone to travel with, Yeah. What do? You wait, and you be patient, and you don't lose the hope or the faith that they're out there, and that they will come when the time is absolutely right. And typically, in my experience, they come when you're not even thinking about it. Like, the last one, I wasn't looking, I wasn't expecting to find anybody, and then boom, there he was, and then we were talking, and then 2 months later we met, and it was just on like that. And, we had a very good 2 years of it. And there was a lot of love in that 2 years. That, that's a hard gap to fill once it's not there anymore. But in my experience, self-love was a bit more important to me at the time than that type of love being exchanged. And I knew that if I couldn't love myself enough, you know, he and I were never gonna be able to love each other. And again, you know, he's in a place now where he's getting ready to travel not only our nation, but he'll be traveling the world, and he'll be doing these incredible things that maybe life with me and a family prevented him from. And maybe that was his purpose in this relationship, was that he needed to learn that difference in himself, that he thought he wanted the home and wife and kids, but really what his soul wanted was to adventure and to explore and to meet new people and to start different families in different places, and, you know, wherever life is going to take him. So maybe that is what he got from our time together, was that clarity came for him. And I got this. I mean, honestly, I didn't make videos when I was with him. I didn't even think about it. I didn't really explore my spirituality a whole lot while we were together, because he didn't gel with me in that department. So those things just kind of got thrown to the back burner while we focused on everything else in our day-to-day. So maybe that is what I needed from that experience, was to remember myself and who I am in here and what this in here wants me to do out there. And I needed to get back in touch with that in order for myself to progress to a higher place or state or whatever, you know. So again, you can't like call the shots. You can't figure it out even though you want to. I mean, I want to. I sit here all the time and try to think things like this through in my mind, and I can drive myself crazy, which is another reason I'm probably talking on a video to you guys instead of just living in my head, because I can do that too much. But yeah, loneliness, it's hard. I know it's hard. And you know, it's why you have friends, it's why you have loved ones. And you know, sometimes when you're really lonely, take yourself out. Take yourself out on a date. Take yourself out to your favorite place to eat. Go see a movie that you've been wanting to see. Go, I don't know, do whatever it is that gets you kind of motivated inside. Take a hike in nature. I know a lot of you are nature nuts out there. I see your videos. So go out and do some of that. I love it when I'm in nature. I don't get to be in nature as much as I'd like to. So when I'm like, you know, when I was in Oregon, I was loving it. I was exhausted and a zombie, but I was loving it. And yeah, just understand, you know, loneliness happens for a reason too, and it's to show us what we're kind of lacking and what we're kind of needing, and what really we need to give ourselves instead of looking to others to give to us. Because, as they say, once you give it to yourself and you're fulfilling all that in your own self, it's going to be so much easier for you to find it and have it fulfilled in you by others too, and you'll be able to reflect yourself onto others, and then they'll be able to take that and run with it. So it's, you know, you can see the big puzzle. It's just finding those little pieces and where to put them that can be tricky. But anyhow, oh, good morning. I'll be right with you. Okay, children are awake. I'm gonna wrap this up, but thank you. This kind of helped me. I was sitting and alone in my head, and now I'm talking and I'm thinking out loud and I'm sharing, and there is healing in that. So again, guys, this group, mwah, love you, amazing, such good souls. I'm so glad I have all of you to talk to like this. And yeah, you know, hang in there. You can make it through the lonely. We all can. I can, you can. We'll get there. And like I said, I'm here. If you need to talk, blow some steam, change your perspective, just reach me, reach anybody. You know, we meet these people, we have these connections for these purposes, so we can continue to grow and learn together and talk about normal everyday things like feeling lonely and wanting a partner and all the love and everything that comes in between. So anyhow, gotta go. Namaste everybody, love you much, have a lovely day.